So in Chicago, we have 12 case managers who are specifically working with Pathway of Hope families. A Pathway of Hope client can be a family, a mother and father. It could be a single parent. Some are looking to go back to school and just need some support in that, navigating various systems. For example, we have a young lady by the name of Rachael. She was a young lady who's married. She didn't think that she would be impacted the way she was when she chose to walk her path of entrepreneurship. With that, they had a financial crisis.
My life was nothing but transitions. How do we take care of the mortgage? How do we take care of the kids? How do we handle 1, 2, 3 bills? I was sitting at home in my bed and I was in the dark. And I was saying, God, there is provision somewhere. And so Holy Spirit said to me, get on Google. And I researched like resources in the area, resources, and then Salvation Army popped up. I saw Hope on the website, Hope, and I said, God, that's what I need right now. And so Hope is the word that drew me to call. I had never heard of this program or the Salvation Army. Everyone was so friendly on the phone. I did not hear a bad day. I did not hear a bad moment, which there's grace for, obviously, but I feel as if God knew that I needed a breath of fresh air.
Sometimes our case managers are just very creative and just identifying and figuring out how do we come to some type of resolve for some of our cases when they're impacted in ways that they've never been impacted with before.
Miss Reed easily became a part of my support circle. We had conversations, and what I absolutely love is that my caseworker did not treat me as another applicant. I was a human being. I was a person. She was very invested into the quality of my living, and it was honestly at that moment that I knew that God had led me to the right place.
In Rachael getting that support from the caseworker was able to provide them with support in paying a utility bill. Also just being an ear for her to kind of figure out what is it that she truly wanted to navigate, because she has several goals.
That helped us out a lot, because there was a point to where we were on the verge of disconnect notices. Life has changed, I feel, drastically. I want to provide what the Salvation Army in this program provided to me, which is hope.
Our caseworkers, in essence, I look at them as navigators. They look at all the resources that are internally that the court may be able to support, whether it's the food pantry, whether it's emergency assistance when funding is available to provide that, as well as looking out within the community with those community partners that they've been working with. So it all depends on what that need is.
We had dealt with the loss of my children's mother. It was like a Sunday. I get a phone call saying, go home. Police there. I'm like, why the police there at my house? Their mom was in an accident, dropping off the babysitter. She was T-boned in a 4-car wreck. She was the only person that didn't survive. It was a big shock value. My girl's 4 years old and 1 year old, so I'm just trying to figure out, what's the best route to maneuver. It just was tough. When certain things like that happen, everybody's not equipped to deal with it. So I kind of had a big downfall, trying to figure out different places to go to in regards to whether sports with the children or just even to go hear some words, some spiritual words. I actually came to church on a Sunday. After service, I went there. There was a table in the back, and they just had different pamphlets, and definitely Pathways of Hope was on there. So I just tried to come fellowship and just tried to come get some help.
And this is where our case manager came into place, whereas she was that support for him to help him navigate in thinking about what is it that he's able to do in this midst of crisis, right? Supporting him, acknowledging the crisis, but also helping him to kind of talk through what those challenges were that he was having, and even some of the things that he was able to do.
The goals that I set for myself was some credit, getting my income up, and some housing. So at the point in time I wasn't driving, I had to get on the bus. Pathways of Hope gave me some bus passes, and I got no problem getting on the bus at all. So then, one of the first major things was to get a car so I could be able to move around, get the girls to school. I got to be able to drop them off, take them to places and whatnot. So that was one of the first goals that I tackled here while being here. They like singing and dancing, so they want to sing, dance, and act. So I say just do the drama thing. So I just try to let them be able to get their hands in some things. They enjoy being here at the Salvation Army Center.
Pathway of Hope is a framework. It is where we bring all of Salvation Army to the forefront when it's pastoral care. It provides intensive case management to those who are in crisis mode.
I was kind of getting a little gloomy for me. It was getting real a little gloomy for me, but there's hope. Pathways of Hope showed me some love and just, like I said, holding me accountable, keeping me afloat and whatnot. So I was appreciative for that.
As our families navigate through that and they get that support where you have your cheerleader of your caseworker, we just root them on. People like to be cheered on, but people like to be acknowledged, heard, and supported. And those are the things that we like to tap into when we're working with our family.
And it's been very, very, very beneficial for me and my children by being here.